Hi there again. In the second part, we're going to take session of advanced EIGRP concept. Okay. So this is the some funda of advanced EIGRP. Like we already talked in the last session, like EIGRP working in a dual algorithm, diffusing update algorithm. And I told you that we also discuss more about this in the later session. So what is this dual algorithm do? Diffusing update algorithm means this is specially for update. Okay. And because of this dual algorithm, EIGRP send these three type of not these three type of update, but with these three features. And because of these three features, EIGRP send very few update, very for few time. Or like I'm comparing this with the RIP. Like if I'm talking about RIP, then RIP always send broadcast update. Broadcast update. Okay. So the first point in the broadcast update that update will send to the all core where where the RIP is running or not. All port of router. Okay. RIP will send update from the all port of router, and in every update, entire routing table will share. And third funda in the RIP that every 30 second update will be sent. So this is the funda in the RIP update. That update will be sent in every 30 seconds. If there is any changes or no changes, update will be sent after 30 seconds. And in the update, entire routing table will be shared. If there is any changes or not, still entire routing table share again and again every 30 seconds. And that update also doing a broadcast sharing. So because of this funda in the RIP update, there are lots of wastage of packets and the data. And because of that, EIGRP coming with dual algorithm, and that is using these three features. So first is bounded update. What is bounded update? Bounded is like if you were know aware about the cricket like boundary or simple the funda like a limited. Bounded means limited. Okay. What is the limited funda? Like update only share with those interface and router where needed, not a broadcast. As I also told you in the first session that EIGRP is doing the multicast, and in the multicast this feature will be added. That update will share only with those interface or router where needed. Second, the partial update. What is the meaning of partial? Partial means the divided or separated. In the partial update, in the update packet, only share those entries which are needed or changes happen. Means after sending any update, if there is any changes, then only new update will be shared. But in the RIP, 30 second, one mistake, that is a trigger update. But in the partial update, the update packet only send which are needed. Okay, means that not entire routing table. In the RIP, entire routing table will share. But here, the changes only share. Like suppose if I'm talking in this topology, like our first session, like this router have a two network, already know in the router 1 like 1 and 12, and this router have a already know 2 and 12. So in the router 1, the entry of second network with the EIGRP, and in the router 2, one network entry with the EIGRP. So after that, after the communicating with the EIGRP, all the funda and communication being done, after that, no any update will be share. And if suppose that I add one network here, like example 11.0.0.1, this loop back. So in the next update packet, only this entry will be shared, not entire like 1, 12, and 11, not this three entry, but only this one entry will be shared with router 2 in the EIGRP using this partial update funda. Okay, and the trigger update. In this update will share only when changes are happen. Means when I add this 11 network, only that time the update will be shared. Before that, suppose this only network stay same as it is for the next few days. Then for the next few days, no any update will be shared. Like RIP, every 30-second update will be sent. And that's why RIP have multiple time wastage in the routing packet or let's say data uses. So EIGRP is working with trigger update. Trigger means it's dependent that when any changes happen, then only updates there. Otherwise, until the any changes, there is no more updates there. So because of these three features and using dual algorithm, EIGRP is working with smart update sharing and receiving. Okay. Other funda in the EIGRP also need to know like a neighbor condition. Like I told you in the first session that you got a message of neighborship. Here, the dual neighbor changes and the neighbor message. Okay, so this neighbor also have some condition that why the two router will make a neighbor and how. So this is normal 5 condition. There are also more, but this 5 is main. Okay, first is neighbor router IP address is must be in same network. Like if I am talking about according Cisco definition, like that in the routing update, which network entry will be shared. So the receiver router have also one of them network entry. Okay, means if I am sending update of this like 1, 12, and 11, these three network update to the router 2, and router 2 have must one interface with the network from these three. Like router 2 have 12 interface. Okay, but in the real scenario, okay, like if I am sending update this with this interface, normally this always update will be shared with the physical interface, and the physical interface have IP address 12. Then the opposite interface, like other interface where update will receive, also have same IP address with this. If the IP address is not same network, okay, not sorry same network, but with the same network IP address. If the IP address of this both interface is not same network, then update will not be shared and the neighborship not will be happen. Second is both router need to run in same AS number. As I also told in session 1 that AS number, and this is used for network grouping. So update, sorry, the router have must be in same AS number, and so that neighborship will be happen. Third is if authentication. See here I am using word if because authentication is not necessary for every routing. Okay, it is the concept of security. So if the authentication is applied in any router, then their neighbor also needs configure same authentication. Suppose if I am authentication running on this interface, then I also need to run same authentication process in this interface. And after that, both neighbor will be happen. If I am apply the authentication in this interface, then the neighborship will automatically down until I configure the same authentication process in this interface. Fourth, that any interface which are needs to become neighbor, that interface not should be in passive mode. What is passive? Okay. What is passive mode? So if you learn in RIP that passive interface is used for stop sending updates. Okay. Okay, it is again concept of security. Like I'm explain little bit, then I'm just opening one tool so I can explain better, and opening whiteboard like here in the digital the notepad. So this is application. Suppose that this router is running RIP, okay, and RIP is sending broadcast. So suppose here second router and is also running RIP, then this network update need to share with this. Okay, but suppose here the local network using switch and here the PC. So normally we don't need to share update here because here is the PC and PC don't need the update as a routing protocol. PC also have an entry of route and also have a default gateway. But PC don't need to receive update of RIP. But as RIP doing broadcast, then this interface will also send the update. So in the RIP, the passive means the update will be stopped sending. Okay, so here what happened? This interface will stop sending update while I'm making the pass. But in the EIGRP, the funda is little bit advanced. Like in the EIGRP, if I'm doing any interface as a passive, then what happened? Then update will be send update is stop and also receive also stop. And that's why if any router of EIGRP is not sending and receiving, means stop both funda like sending and receiving, then no update and no routing or no network will receive or send, and after some time neighborship will be down. Okay, so passive interface, how can I configure? Let's I show some practical. Okay, so here in the both funda, like in the router 2, I am going to config mode, and in the interface, as this is an interface, so in the routing funda, like EIGRP funda, I am setting this interface as a passive. So let's say, so going to the EIGRP router EIGRP 10, and I make it passive, like passive dash interface and fast Ethernet. What is the router to? Router to have a fast Ethernet 1/0. I make this interface as a passive in EIGRP. So what happens here? After some time, we will get the message of neighborship down or urgency change. Because EIGRP have also update timer, update packet with the 15 second. Okay. I will explain also that in later mode. So here you can see the dual neighbor change IP EIGRP 10, neighbor of 12.001 is down. Holding time expired. Okay. So what is this funda? Then in that the EIGRP have also some packet funda with the timing, like EIGRP have a hello packet with the timing of 5 seconds. Like every 5 seconds in the background, EIGRP will send this type of hello packet for neighborship, and the hold down packet, like hold down time is 15 seconds, or let's say 3 hello packet. Okay, so means if till the 15 second or 3 hello packet will not receive on the second router, then it will stop the neighborship. So that's why this message is coming. Okay, so let's little bit update, like passive interface, it not sending update, but in the real scenario, okay, passive interface in the EIGRP will stop the sending hello packet, because in the EIGRP there is no update like every 30 seconds, because EIGRP have these features for the update, but EIGRP stop sending the hello packet, and because of that after 15 seconds the neighborship will goes down. So let's make changes and proper connectivity, like I'm doing this command with the no. Like I don't want to give this interface in the passive mode, so I'm putting no. And for because of no and EIGRP have fast protocol, so again you got the message with the new agency up. Okay, and if you saw in the routing table, like so IP route, then you will show that new packet will coming before 11 seconds. In the router one also same funda, like router one You can see here the neighborship down message and neighborship up message. So in the enable mode, show IP, sorry, show IP route. So you were here, this is 34 seconds before. So both have a new packet with the new update. So this is the EIGRP funda for the passive interface. Like passive interface stop sending hello packet, and that's why neighborship goes down, and that's why in the neighborship condition, this condition needed. Any interface which are need to become neighbor, that interface not should be in passive mode. Okay, you can also count each interface as a router. That any router need to become neighbor, it not should be have a passive mode with the connection. And the last but not the least, that must match 5K value, which I told you in the first session that EIGRP metric is a 5 different K value. Then for the becoming neighbor, you also need to configure 5K value, and if this 5 value not match, then also neighborship will not happen. Okay. After that, one more funda. Let's talk about different AS number with external EIGRP concept. Like in this topology, we only do connection and communication with the same EIGRP. Like this router is running EIGRP 10, this router running EIGRP. Let's I add one more router with this, like a router 3. Okay, this loopback I take it here and do more connectivity with this funda, like router 2 0/0 and router 3 1/0. Let's configure another IP address and another network in this scenario, like here 23.0.0/8. I hope you already aware about the subnetting funda and this /8 subnet mask and etc. Okay, so in the router 2, go to the config mode, interface, fast Ethernet 0/0, IP address 23.0.0.255.255. Sorry, this is class A, so 0.0.0. And don't worry about this 02, it's okay, no problem. And no shutdown here. Here you got only single notification to change state up, because in this scenario, another router have interface T is down. Okay. Generally, we got two notifications, like first is for ports change state to up, and second is for the routing protocol line. So here, let's go to the exit and let's go to the another router, like router in. For this, we need to configure from the starting. So let's say here no, enable, configure terminal, hostname router 3, interface, fast Ethernet 1/0, IP address 23.0.0.3 and no shutdown. So here you got the two notation, like first is for port change state to up and second is for line protocol and service. And you also got the notation in the router 2 that port line protocol is up. So in the router 3, okay, let's do exit and let's run the EIGRP. So here we going to use another AS number. Like here in this scenario, we are already running EIGRP 10. Okay, and here for this second network, we are going to use another EIGRP with another AS number. EIGRP, let's say 20. Okay, so I put this interface and this network in the second router as a EIGRP 20, and in the router 3 also. Okay, let's take a more easy with the using 3.03 loopback, so we can understand more easily, and also take one more loopback in router 2 with, like, suppose let's say 200.0.0.2. 200.0.0.2. Why I'm taking this loopback? So you can easily understand the routing entry. First, I will use configure with normal network, and after that, I configure the loopback, so you can analyze the difference. Right now, this loopback 2.2.2 is already in the EIGRP 10. So let's go into router 2 interface, sorry, not interface, route need to run EIGRP. So router EIGRP, here I am using the 20 as a AS number, and in the 20 AS number I am advertise the network like 23.000. Right now I still not configure the loopback, and that's why I am not advertised in the EIGRP. So exit and exit. If you check the routing table, so IP route, then you have 23NT using directly connected. Okay, because router to have a directly connected entry of this. Okay, and I already also only get the one network entry using EIGRP from the 12.0.0 means this entry using this IP address. So let's go into router 3. Here again router EIGRP 20 and the network is 23.0.0.0. When I put enter, neighborship message will come. You can see because EIGRP is the first protocol. So dual neighborship change again EIGRP for the EIGRP 20 network neighbor 23.0.0 is neighborship of with this interface and exit. Again exit and in the privilege mode show IP route. So you can see here you did not see any entry of the EIGRP because this router also have this entry will directly connect. So I can't analyze easily that what is EIGRP 20 is doing. Because if we only have one network, then why we run the EIGRP? So that's why I also told that let's take a look back for better example. So I'm going to router 2. Again in the config mode, interface loopback, let's say 200. IP address 200.0.0.2. Again, this is a class C IP, so subnet must like this, and no need to shut down, no shut down. And going to router 3, config mode, interface, loopback. Here using router 3, so I am going giving the number like loopback 3. IP address 3.0.3, and this is class A, so subnet must be like this. Again, no need to know, no shutdown. You can see here the loopback is a logical interface, so two notifications already automatically come, like port also off and line protocol also off. But we need to configure the IP address for the communication. So now I need to remaining there. We need to assign this network in the EIGRP. So going to router 2 again I'm running router EIGRP 20 and I advertise network like 200.0.0.0 and exit. So you can see now in the router 3 routing table. So running, not sorry, so IP route. So you can see you got the update entry of this 200 as a loopback, and you also got this 3 entry as a directly connected. Okay, but still router 2 don't get update of 3 loopback because we need still remaining the running Adda in the router 3. So here you don't get update of 3. Why? Because we still not advertise this 3 network in EIGRP 20. So let's go into router 3 again in config mode, router EIGRP 20 network 3.0, sorry, not 30, 3.0.0.0, exit, again exit. Here no any change because our entry is same as it is because we are in EIGRP 20, so I only get the update from the router 2 and only that update which is in EIGRP 20, no any update from EIGRP 10. And that is the main funda of AS number like a network grouping. The EIGRP 10 not receive any entry of EIGRP 20 and EIGRP 20 not receive any update of EIGRP 10. But router 2 have running both EIGRP, so router 2 have both entry. Let's again check router 2. Before that, we don't have any entry of 3 network, but here if you run command again, you got the update of 3 network using this IP address, and this IP address is the router 3 IP address. And you also notice the net timing, like this update is before 41 seconds, like this one update is running still from 10 minutes, around 10 minutes, because EIGRP have this funda trigger update until no any changes, no any update received, and this is a partial funda. Like when you get update of this, and at that time you will not get the entire routing table. You will only get the update of this network, because this is the old entry same as it is. So no any changes in this time. This time is new time. So now router 2 have all network. Let's say router 1 loopback, router 2 loopback directly connected, and router 3 loopback. And also this network is directly connected, like second loopback of router 2 and the physical network of router 1, 2 and 3. But router 3, we already see that. Again, you can check again. Like only the 3 and 23, which is physical directly connected, fast Ethernet physical connected, loopback is logical connected, and only one entry from the router 2, which is in EIGRP 20. And if I check router 1, then you can see enable configure so IP route. And this will get the update of 1 as a loopback, 12 as a directly connected, and 2 update with the 2 network, which is in the EIGRP 10 in the router 2. You can see here, this is in EIGRP 10 in the router 2. So you will get the update of this using EIGRP. But router 1 don't get any update from this EIGRP. So here, suppose we need to communicate, then we need to use redistribute funda. But what is this AS number main use? Then this main use is like if you want to differentiate, if you want to create network grouping, then set the different AS number according your network or topology. It is used for logical number of grouping network. Okay, AS number is used for grouping of network, and we already see that here different network group created, like 203 and this 23 is in the different group, and this 1, 12 and 2 is in the different group. Okay, so let's say we are talking about redistribution funda. What is redistribution? Redistribution, it means like you need to again advertise your network for the different protocol, or let's say same protocol but different AS number. If you talking about OSPF, then we need to using like different area, but there is no redistribution concept. There are again different funda in the OSPF. Let's talking about redistribution in the EIGRP. What is redistribution do? Redistribution will do the changes like you can able to share EIGRP 10 network entry into EIGRP 20 and EIGRP 20 network entry into EIGRP 10. And how is this happen? Then you need to run some redistribution command in that router where both AS number is running. So here in our topology, router 2 is running EIGRP 10 and EIGRP 20. Okay, so router 2 is the router where that both network and both EIGRP is easily understand. So we can re-advertise the network. Let's say in the router, I am showing you with the practical configure terminal, going to router EIGRP 10. If you do question mark here, then you got the one command with the redistribute. So run this command redistribute. Again, if you do question mark, you can see the protocol or the connection entry list. So what I need to do right now, I want to redistribute one EIGRP into another. So I am using command redistribute EIGRP, and right now where am I? I am in the EIGRP 10. So what I need to do, I need to share EIGRP 20 in the 10. So if you do question mark here, you can see the AS number, autonomous system number. Okay, this is the full form of AS number. So I'm putting here 20 number. Why? Because I'm in the EIGRP 10 and I want to share EIGRP 20. In the pure professional scenario, let's say professional CCNP or expert level, you also need to put some metric entry here, because EIGRP also running in the metric, and I already told you for the neighborship funda that must match 5K value. But in the simple practical funda, we don't need to compulsory it, because both are EIGRP. If let's say I want to redistribute some RIP funda into EIGRP, or let's say some static routing in the EIGRP, then I want to write the metric here. But here I'm already in EIGRP 10 and I also want to share EIGRP 20, and both EIGRP are easily able to understand with the metric. So right now I'm not using metric, but I'm just for informing you that if you do question mark here, we will show this type of option, and if you write that metric keyword after that, you get the option to enter metric manually. And there is also some algorithm, not sorry algorithm, some formula to count this k value. Okay, but right now I'm not yet discussing here. So first is for bandwidth, let's say 1. If you do question mark again, you will get the second k value like a delay. Okay, let's say 1. If you do again the reliability like 1. I'm just putting random number for show you the every option. It's right now make bandwidth, let's say 1, and again question mark MTU. So you can see the 5k value, bandwidth, delay. This is the by mistake same question mark the delay. Okay, so first is bandwidth, delay, reliability. This is the metric loading. Okay, load, and this is for MTU. So you can also put here 1. Okay, but right now I'm not using this. I'm just using this simple command. Like I want to redistribute EIGRP 20 into EIGRP 10. Okay, this is the funda. This is all the option I show you just for information. We still not running any command. Let's say if I'm going there and going exit, again I'm going to router EIGRP 10, and I need to run only single command like redistribute EIGRP 20. And after this command, automatically EIGRP 10 will get the all network entry of EIGRP 20. But as this is the different AS number, so that EIGRP 10 network got this entry as a external route. You can see in our scenario, this is EIGRP 10. And what we can do right now, we already share the EIGRP 10 using redistribute. Okay, sorry, we already shared the EIGRP 20 in the EIGRP 10 using redistribute. So let's take a router 1. Before the redistribution, we only have these 3 entries. But right now, if I'm doing so IP route, you can see you got all 3 entry of EIGRP 20 like external funda. And I already told you in the basic session that EIGRP have a 2 AD value. For the internal EIGRP, like a same AS number, it's a 90. And for the external EIGRP, like a different AS number, it's become 170. So you can see here, the same EIGRP, it's a D, the metric is 90, and the external EIGRP is a 170 AD value. Okay, so you can analyze that router 3 loopback, router 2 loopback, and the physical network of router 2 and 3. And these 3 entries coming with the external EIGRP using the redistributed funda. But still, router 3 don't get any updates. If you again run command in router 3, it's the same as the previous. There is no any changes. Why? Because right now we only do this type of one part redistribution. Like I advertise EIGRP 20 into EIGRP 10, but we need to redistribute again the EIGRP 10 into 20. Okay, so I'm again going to router 2. Let's say exit and going to router EIGRP 20, redistribute EIGRP 10. So after this command, all EIGRP 10 network will be shared with EIGRP 2 using redistribution funda as a external EIGRP network. So let's say exit, going to router 3. See, the previous funda is like this, only 3 network entry. And if I'm running this command again, so I got the EIGRP 10 all network as an external. Again, 170 metric for all external path, and the router 1 loopback, 2 router 2 loopback, and this is the network, physical network of router 1 and 2. All these 3 network I got. So till right now, we communicate all the network with all the IP address. Let's check. I'm do ping router 1 and doing the ping with 3.3.3. I'm direct pinging with first to last. So I'm able to ping. Okay. What happen if I'm remove the redistribute command? Let's say I'm remove this entry from this router 1. So what happen? I need to remove this command. Like in the EIGRP 10, remove the redistribution 20. So router EIGRP 10 is redistribution 20. Let's say no. So what happened here? In the router 1, you can check the IP route. So all entry will go on. And if I'm trying to ping right now to ping 333, it will not happen. So why I'm able to ping here? Because I do the redistribute. So according to security, if I want to do separation, then I'm using different AS number for the different network. But in some case, suppose I want to do communicate between these two different AS number, then this redistribution will be very useful. So I'm again running this command. Okay, and remove the no, sorry, means just simple command like redistribute EIGRP 20 again in 10. Enter. Go to the router 1. You will see the all entry will coming again. Here you don't need to wait for 30 seconds like RIP have a 30-second update time and waiting. EIGRP have a trigger update whenever change happen. That will come and only that funda will come which are changes, because you can see the two network is still from 21 minutes, but this 3 update is coming before just 3 seconds. So again I'm try to ping and I'm able to ping. So this is the some advanced funda of EIGRP like this, the enhanced EIGRP. Okay, so here the dual algorithm I will explain with the update funda, neighborship condition, passive interface, some packets. This is not full packet. Okay, this I'm just describing 2 packets. The different AS number for the external EIGRP concept and redistribution. I hope you will easily able to understand this concept like this different AS number and the redistribution. That's all from my side for the this session.